India-Pakistan relations, a journey of conflict and cooperation. The relationship between India and Pakistan is one of the most complex and contentious bilateral relationships in the world, shaped by decades of political, military, and cultural tensions. Since their creation as independent nations in 1947, following the partition of British India, the two have engaged in 4 wars. Countless skirmishes and diplomatic standoffs, primarily centered around the dispute over Jammu and Kashmir. While their shared history, cultural ties, and geographic proximity offer potential for collaboration, these are often overshadowed by issues like terrorism, border disputes, and mutual mistrust. Efforts at peace, such as the Shimla Agreement and the Kartarpur Corridor, have been intermittent and fragile, frequently derailed by domestic political pressures or violent incidents. This complex relationship is further influenced by nuclear capabilities, regional alliances, and global geopolitics, making it a focal point for international diplomacy. Despite ongoing hostility, opportunities for dialogue and cooperation continue to exist, suggesting that with sustained efforts, a more stable future could be envisioned. Here's a more extensive exploration of the intricate relationship between India and Pakistan, focusing on its historical, political, economic, and cultural dimensions. 1. Historical roots of the conflict. A partition of British India 1947. The partition was rooted in religious divisions. Pakistan was created as a homeland for Muslims, while India remained a secular state with a Hindu majority. The event caused one of the largest migrations in human history, with over 15 million people displaced and around 1–2 million killed in communal violence. The Radcliffe Line, hastily drawn to demarcate borders, left unresolved disputes, especially in Jammu and Kashmir. Kashmir accession. The princely state of Jammu and Kashmir became a contentious issue. Its Hindu ruler, Maharaja Hari Singh, initially sought independence, but later acceded to India in exchange for military support during a tribal invasion supported by Pakistan. This triggered the First Indo-Pak War 1947–48, ending in an mediated ceasefire and the division of Kashmir along the line of control Ladakh. 2. Wars and military engagements. A major conflicts. 1947–1948 War. First war over Kashmir resulted in a de facto division of the region, with Pakistan controlling Azad Jammu and Kashmir AJK and Gilgit-Baltistan, while India controlled Jammu, Kashmir Valley, and Ladakh. 1965 War. Initiated by Pakistan through Operation Gibraltar to incite rebellion in Indian-held Kashmir. India retaliated, leading to a stalemate. 1971 War. Triggered by Pakistan's crackdown on Bengali independence movements in East Pakistan, now Bangladesh. India supported the Bengali cause, leading to Pakistan's defeat and the creation of Bangladesh. 1999 Kargil War. Pakistani forces and militants infiltrated Indian positions in Kargil. Intense fighting ensued, and India regained lost territories with international diplomatic support. Ongoing skirmishes. Cross-border exchanges of fire and ceasefire violations along the Ladakh are frequent. The situation in Kashmir remains highly volatile. 3. Political tensions. A Kashmir dispute. Both nations claim the entire region of Jammu and Kashmir as their own. India controls about 55%, Pakistan 35%, and China holds 20%. Aksai Chin. The dispute has remained the central cause of hostility. Article 370 and 2019 crisis. On August 5, 2019, India revoked Jammu and Kashmir's special status under Article 370 of its constitution. Pakistan responded by downgrading diplomatic ties, suspending trade, lobbying internationally to highlight alleged human rights abuses in Kashmir. See terrorism allegations. India accuses Pakistan of supporting terror groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, responsible for attacks like 2001 Indian Parliament attack, 2008 Mumbai attacks, 2019 Pulwama suicide bombing. Pakistan denies involvement but blames India for sponsoring insurgency in Baluchistan. 4. Economic relations. Trade relations are minimal due to political tensions. In 2019, after India's Article 370 move, Pakistan banned trade with India. Earlier, bilateral trade had reached $2.6 billion 2013-14, with potential for more. Water disputes. Governed by the Indus Waters Treaty 1960, brokered by the World Bank, India controls 3 eastern rivers Sutlej, Beas, Ravi. Pakistan controls 3 western rivers Indus, Chenab, Jhelum. India's hydroelectric projects on western rivers, for example, Kishanganga Dam, have been contentious. 5. Cultural connections and people-to-people ties. A shared heritage. Before partition, India and Pakistan shared common cultural, linguistic, and religious histories. Bollywood and Pakistani dramas or music are popular in each other's countries despite bans. Sports. Cricket diplomacy has often served as a platform for dialogue. Matches between the two nations are highly charged and symbolic. See Kartarpur Corridor. Opened in 2019, this corridor allows Indian Sikh pilgrims to visit the holy shrine of Guru Nanak in Pakistan without a visa. 6. Geopolitical dimensions. Pakistan-China relations. Pakistan's ties with China have strengthened, especially through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor (CPEC), a part of the Belt and Road Initiative. China supports Pakistan diplomatically, particularly on Kashmir. India-US partnership. India's strategic partnership with the U.S. and involvement in the Quad with Japan and Australia contrasts with Pakistan's alliances with China and occasionally Russia. See role of international organizations. Both nations have appealed to platforms like the UN, OIC, and SAARC to gain international support for their positions. 7. Nuclear dimension. Both nations conducted nuclear tests in 1998, introducing a new dimension to their rivalry. The Kashmir conflict risks escalation into a nuclear confrontation. 8. Recent developments. A ceasefire agreement 2021. In February 2021, both countries reaffirmed their 2003 ceasefire agreement along the Lok, providing a brief respite. Back-channel talks. Occasional unofficial negotiations have occurred, with intermediaries like the Way facilitating dialogue. Challenges and path forward. Key obstacles. Kashmir dispute. Resolution is crucial but politically challenging. Trust deficit. Decades of hostility have eroded confidence. Nationalism. Politicians on both sides often exploit anti-neighbor sentiments for domestic gains. Prospects for peace. Economic cooperation, joint projects in energy, trade, and infrastructure can create interdependence. Cultural exchanges, strengthening people-to-people ties can soften public opinion. Third-party mediation. Neutral international actors could facilitate resolution of disputes. Conclusion. The India-Pakistan relationship is marked by mistrust and repeated conflict, but also punctuated by opportunities for reconciliation. Resolving this historic rivalry requires bold political will, sustained dialogue, and genuine efforts to address grievances on both sides.